What's going on? What's happening? It's DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. You know what I mean? Just chilling on this night, whatnot. You know what I mean? But I'm actually kind of juiced right about now, though. You know what I'm saying? If you like me, being 51 years old, hip hop is 51 as well. You know, it's born in 1973 in New York. You know what I mean? But it is worldwide, right? It is nationwide. But if you like me, though, you know that hip hop is it's had its ups and downs. You get what I'm saying? Um, you know, it started off on the East Coast, as I said, born in New York, came to the West Coast. That's when Dr. Dre and NWA and all of them really took it to another level. You get what I'm saying? And then right after Tupac died, it seemed like the Tupac and Biggie passed away. You know, the South took hold of it and they didn't let go. You know what I mean? And so it's been, we talked about 96 when Tupac died, so almost 30 years later, the South has had like a great run, over 20-year run. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been other pockets, it's been other places here and there. You know what I mean? DMX, Jay-Z and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But the South had it, you know what I mean? Until recently, Kendrick Lamar came out and just assassinated Drake. I said Drake. No, assassinated Drake. You know what I mean? And it's just like, on one hand, you hate to see somebody go down like that, especially publicly. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, when you understand the hip hop and the sport that it is, you know what I'm saying? It's about balance. That's an aspect of hip hop. You know what I mean? And so Drake tried to live up to it and didn't make it. But in the midst of all of that, though, you know what I mean? Kendrick said in one of his songs, you know what I mean? Y'all don't mess with the West, but you say, but I'm gonna push the line with it. You know what I mean? Like he really rode for the West. And if you look at 2024, you got Ice Cube. I mean, you got Snoop Dogg. You got the Dog Pound. You got Sebo, believe it or not, who's still making music. A lot of y'all didn't know that, you know what I mean? But check out Bolo, Google Sebo or YouTube Sebo 2024. He got a few little hits, you know what I'm saying? And he really been dropping for the last 3 or 4 years, been coming through with it, you know what I'm saying? But not only that, I mentioned the East Siders already, and then Ice Cube's album is dope, and then, of course, you got Snoop and Dre and did their thing, you know what I mean? But in the midst of all that, though, just like how it was back in the days, you know what I mean? There's still other regions that are doing their thing, you understand? And on Christmas Eve, just a few days ago, Redman dropped his album. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to just jump on the soapbox and just say that it's a dope album. It's up there with Cube and everything else. Matter of fact, I listened to it. Let's see. Let me tell you how I ranked it, right? Kendrick dropped, Cube dropped on the same day. I gave Kendrick album, I gave him a 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? Because he had 12 songs. I think it was 9.5 that I really liked on that. You know what I mean? Cube dropped on the same day. Listen to his album. I gave him a 9 out of 10 stars. And 9 out of 10 mics and beats. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I did that is because Cube had, out of 18 songs, and maybe 19 songs, it was like 17 of them that was like, you know what I mean? They got my ears. I go back and listen to again and again. You understand what I'm saying? But that's just me. Enter into Redman. I was actually traveling the other day, drove like 300 miles. You know what I'm saying? So I listened to the album, and it's just not up there. You know what I'm saying? I got folks who giving him his props and everything else. To each his own. You know what I mean? You got to be a Redman fan to really like the album. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it. I push the line with it. That it's just, it's mid at best. However, he dropped a song on it that's in the top 10 for the year. You know what I'm saying? It's like top 10 for the year. So those same fans I told you about who's, raving about how good it was, they didn't even know he dropped the song. You know what I'm saying? It was something that's coming out. So they actually keep me posted, when the album come out. And when it came out, I let them know. So enter into here. I'm venture to say there's a lot of y'all that didn't know that Redman came out. Maybe you know about the album or whatever, but I'm finna start off with the single, you know what I mean? Flow and Proof. We finna analyze his flow and whatnot. He's not just lyrically going in where it's like a deep dive like it is with a Kendrick song, like it is with some Accused songs, and you know what I'm saying? And even Dre and them, Method Man came through on one of Snoop songs, you know what I mean? And he said something, you know what I'm saying? However, the flow is proven. You know what I mean? He said some stuff up in there that you may have missed. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dive through that, but then I'm going to reach back to 1990. You know what I mean? And come back to the Bay with it, and we're going to go into my boy Filthy Phil. You understand what I'm saying? Now, for those who know who Filthy Phil was, Google America's Most Wanted, Filthy Phil, and you'll see a whole lot about him. And as far as my town, man, he was really about to be up. If you know, 89, 90, the Bay was on. You understand what I'm saying? And Filthy was right there with it. You know what I mean? Deep lyrics, introspective, and everything else. Just a raw. He was Richmond's Ice Cube at the time. You know what I'm saying? But if you Google AMW, America's Most Wanted, like the real TV show, Filthy Phil, you find out what happened to him. You know what I mean? And it's a true story. You understand what I'm saying? So I seen Phil not too long ago. Matter of fact, I did a floor improve on one of his songs called Consequences. And got a chance, I read it to him, got a chance to send it to him, and he sent me some feedback. You know what I mean? He was letting me know that, hey, maybe you can, make the background and everything a little bit better or whatnot, make it a little bit more professional, which we're trying to do now. You understand what I'm saying? But still, DjRon-TheClassicDJ from the Bay, one thing about it, I'm trying to give you some content that's contentable, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? But what resonated with me the most, though, he said, man, you know what? You own it as far as how the lyrics go. You know what I'm saying? So what can I say? I'm a student of the game. I love the music. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say some of the best flows I've heard, I'm talking about it was tight then, and it's still saying something to this day. So here we go again. We're going to start off with Redman. He's talking about haters don't want to see me rich. Then we're going to get into player haters, which, as a matter of fact, Filthy is the one who coined the phrase and put it on record way back in 1990. Now, of course, they say it worldwide. You understand what I'm saying? So, look, without further ado, I'm ready to get into some music. I know you're ready too. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into Redman. Got it queued up already. Here it is, Don't See Me Rich, and then we're going to double back with player haters. So we're going to see if the flow is actually proven. See if you agree with me. I know you is.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your hustle, baby.
Get on your hustle.
Yeah.
It's an anthem.
Hey, never put your clock on a job. Too busy making money with the tribe.
Never punch a job. In other words, he said he never punched the clock on a job because he was too busy getting money with his tribe. On the West Coast, we say mob. You know what I'm saying? He on the East Coast, he say tribe. Tribe Called Quest and all that. You know what I mean? He came out around that time. That's what they call it. So back in the day, he was busy getting money with the tribe.
My T's and dot my I's. My hustle mode in overdrive. Haters don't want to see me rich, so I catch them all slipping for a lick. Pounds get broken down into a zip. Yeah.
A lick, of course, most people know, hit a lick, you know what I mean? He got you lined up or whatever, set you up, get to rob you, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lick, you know what I mean? You're a sucker, you got licked. Taking it back a little bit, going for it.
So, baby, yeah.
The beat, though. I didn't even talk about the beat. That beat from, I Want to Get Blunted, my brother, you know what I'm saying? That was dope. I ain't gonna lie, it was a dope song, but, as I talked about on the Richie Rich interview, I started smoking weed probably around 95 or whatnot, so right around that time. Although the beat was infectious and the song was dope. I mean, it just is what it is. Hip-hop is that, you know what I mean? It's an art, and I appreciated the art of it. Then, not long after, so actually that dropped to like 92 because around 93, 94, a cat named Chunk out of East Palo Alto dropped a song called Young Brothers Get Smoked. And of course, he used the N-words. I'm just saying brothers because I don't use cuss words like that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm going to drop a video about how I could revisit all the classics of the past, still could recite the lyrics, and drop all the cuss words out. You know what I mean? That's my choice. You understand what I'm saying? The thing about it, though, is that I was told, they were like, Ron, man, how you going to be a reverend, bro? But you listen to hip-hop music, you listen to that gangster music like that and everything else. And you know what? It kind of bothered me a little bit, but then I was reminded in Scripture that the Scripture says not what goes in that makes a man unclean, it's what comes out. You understand what I'm saying? So there it is. I still listen to it. I can handle it. Hopefully you can too. You know what I mean? It doesn't influence me to do things like a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole other story within itself. Back to the song right here. Did he talk about zips and I don't remember the line per se, but let's go.
Put your clock on a job. Too busy making money with the tribe. Cross my T's and dot my I's. My hustle mode in overdrive. Haters don't want to see me rich, so I catch them all slipping for a lick. Pounds get broken down into a zip.
Pounds get broken down into a zip. I think he kind of said that a little bit backwards, unless he just said he putting all the pounds in one bag or whatnot. But that don't really make a sense. He just made it rhyme or whatever, right? Because zips go into pounds and not the other way around. I'm gonna leave it at that. That I wasn't always in church.
My money off with a scale on the fritz. So I catch them all slipping for a lick. Pounds get broken down into a zip. My money off with a scale on the fritz. My circle of people,
if he just said pounds get broken down into zips, then there you go. But,
Cars, cash money, no credit cards. I learned a lot watching Better Call Saul.
That's crazy because back in the days, a lot of us, we didn't know nothing about building credit or whatnot, you know what I mean? But we might have had credits with dope dealers. But now, get fronted that work. You understand what I'm saying? So Hey, I feel him on that one right there. Here we go.
Scale on the fritz. My circle of people, they hustle hard. Cash money, no credit cards. I learned a lot watching Better Call Saul. 30 years in rap, nigga, I want it all.
30 years in rap. I like that little dance.
If it's over 35 now, you can either pay now or I'm on the next flight.
He said, even if it's over 35,000, you can either send it by PayPal or I'm on the next flight coming to get mine.
Niggas don't want to see me rich. Niggas don't want to see me rich. The team don't want to see me rich. I bet they all back down when they hit a click. I bet they all back down when they hit a click. Hey, I don't collect checks on the first.
On the first.
I wake up, I'm putting in the work, 10% I give it to the church.
Now that's old school right there. He said, I ain't sitting around, you know what I mean? What D-Lux said, a hound. You're just a hound lounging around waiting to sniff some dead president. No. He said, I get up every morning, like Tupac said. I wake up early in the morning, my state to the military. You know what I mean? Going to get the money, though. You know what I mean? I just dropped that song in because that was my song that I listened to every morning back in my day. You know what I mean? That was the song with my stereo, my AIWA stereo would come on. It would come on at a certain time in the morning and wake me up with that. I wake up early in the morning, my state to the military. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was at that time it was time to get up and get it. That's what he's talking about. 30 years ago, that's how he was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all bet they all back down when they hit a click. Y'all bet they all back down when they hit a click. Hey, I don't collect checks on the first.
On the first.
I wake up, I'm putting in the work, 10% I give it to the church.
10% I gave it to the church. He's talking about a tithe. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about a tithe. A lot of people don't believe in tithing, but evidently, let's just take a quick look. I just want to see something. No, this is not always right. However, let's just see. Net worth. There isn't much information about his net worth now. He ain't dropped it in a long time, so you know what I'm saying. E40 got a line a long time ago where he said, I pays my time. I pays my tithes even though this money's filthy. Don't want to go to church because I feel guilty. That was on a song called Street Life he made back in the day. His net worth is not available. So it looks like rappers now are not letting it be shown, not letting it be known. Shout out to Cat Williams. He said, I Googled my net worth and I had that in my pocket. You know what I mean? I wish I was on that level. I ain't going to lie. Let's get back to the song though. But these is nuggets though. This is jewels that's in the rap song though. You know what I mean? 10% I gave it to the church. Most people that don't tithe ain't gonna have a line like that. You know what I mean? So look like he probably doing all right because that 10% is gonna get blessed. He know what it is. Ain't gonna receive it back shaking. Yeah, and overflowing.
I dig back selling out on my merch. The homies be don't collect checks on the first. I wake up, I'm putting in the work, 10% I give it to the church. I dig back selling out on my merch.
So in other words, he said, I got that money the tithes, I get that money back just by selling merch. Bless money.
The homies be looking for a check. A businessman pay all the homies with a check. Work smarter, not harder, that's the goal. 10% I give it to the church. I dig back selling out on my merch. The homies be looking for a check. A businessman pay all the homies with a check.
He said, a businessman pay all my homies with a check. Now, Mob James' interview on there with DJ Vlad, Mob James talked about how when the homies was working with Suge, they was getting out of jail, they started getting bank accounts and everything else because Suge was paying them checks. They felt like they was real men again. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what he's talking about. He paying his homies in checks or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's just a level up. That's what it is. It's a level up for a lot of people that, like I said, never had no credit but had the credit with the D-Boys or whatnot. They had credit to get to work. Same thing. They didn't have no bank accounts, you know what I'm saying? But now they got bank accounts and cash your real checks.
Harder, not harder, that's the goal. With a poker face, so my bank account never fold. Real talk. Generational, you want it in the wealth. Save your money more, less Gucci on the belt.
That right there, that's a line right there that, a lot of us don't want to admit that we're guilty of. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kanye said, a lot of us are self-conscious. We just don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? He said you want to enter generational wealth. You save money by putting less Gucci on your belt. In other words, stop buying all that material stuff and will not save that money. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take it back and we're going to go forward. Here we go.
Businessman pay all the homies with a check. Work smarter, not harder, that's the goal. With a poker face, so my bank account never fold.
with a poker face so my bank account won't never fold. You know what I mean? So in other words, I'm living beyond my means. I mean, I'm living below my means. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know what I got.
Generational, you want it in the wealth. Save your money more, less Gucci on the belt. That's right. Swim high, motivate from Mike Phelps. Only one can fuck it up, nigga, is
Self.
They say money is the root of all evil. I say the root of all evil is the people.
It's the people.
Boss trying to talk to you indirect. Yeah, cause he look at you as a threat. Get money. Yo, I'm doing all right.
Yes, sir.
Get an attitude when the money ain't right.
I like that. I can't even dance, but they getting it though. Let's beat how you rockin'. Haters don't want to see me rich. The name of the song is Don't Want to See Me Rich. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to get into the next song. Again, Filthy Phil. Google him. Look him up. Straight out of Richmond, California. Dropped in 1990. Messages are even more relevant to this day. You get what I'm saying? Let's see if YouTube do it right. Let's see. Let's see. Nope.
Do you feel that? Jersey.
Okay, he got another video. All right, I see it. He got another video. That's the one other song that's banging on that album, in my opinion. It's called Jersey by Redman. Let me know if you want me to do a full improve on it. I try to do one per artist. You know what I mean? Maybe two. So anyway, relevant to this, Filthy Phil. Here we go. That's the end of the last song called The Payback. And at the end of the song, at the end of it, after he tells a story about the payback and why they had to do it, he receives a call and he just answers. He said, hello. The other cat say, yeah. You know what I mean? He don't say no name. He don't say this is such and such or whatever. And then Phil just say, yeah, we handle our business. All right, peace. Like that.
You know the rules of the game. Play that.
That's that Mac though right there. I might have to put the lyrics to this on there. I don't know. We're going to see.
You know the type of niggas that piss me off. Some niggas that open my damn.
I heard never say never. Never. Ever will I cease to get clever. I'm soft, but no, what do you say? I'm sharp, but I'm just a little bigger. To be frank, point blank, I'm that. You heard what he said. In other words, I'm him. That's what he's saying. To be frank, point blank, I'm him. If he was to make that rap today. Phil, maybe you should do a 2025 Player Haters. Yeah, he probably should. He don't even rap like this no more, but let's go. The game is spoken. Over and over. Phil has so many metaphors and just, you know, something like how Lil Wayne rap, but it all makes sense. It's all going into the same story, but he got little bars, little pieces of it, though. You know what I mean? Spit game. What do you say? Peak game when it's smoking. Spit game till I'm choking over and over, just like a record that's broken. I'm not joking, but some sweater I'm playing, and when lead end up in the ASS, they see what I'm saying, but some don't see because I split it. They flat top. Then they try to prosecute me as if they was Matlock. He ain't said yet, but that's what he said. Just forewarn you. Here we go. I'm just a little bigger. To be frank, point blank. Over. They see what I'm saying. Phil, man. He said, my money's long, game is strong. What'd he say? He didn't say it in that order. Can't go wrong. My game is strong, money, business is strong, money long, and I can't go wrong. So stop planning my downfall and I wish you quit tripping over material. One thing I hate more than perpetrators. Remember, this is 1990, so watch how he do this. He gonna go from the West Coast to the East Coast flavor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, West Coast was the new school at the time. East Coast was the OGs, was the pioneers of it all. Won't you just peep it while I pop it? That's West Coast. Or like they say in rap, that's East Coast now. He went to East Coast. Peep it while I drop it. Drop signs, whatnot. Yeah. Square, won't you just peep it while I pop it? Or like they say in rap, peep it while I drop it. I can't understand why you persist to put salt on me when you know I'm coming up without a doubt, homie. The next line is why he said that line. This is very relevant to this day. How many dudes get killed over a female? You get what I'm saying? And I'm finna go ahead and ruin it right here. I'm finna say what he say. You know what I mean? He said, you got a girl, but she's craving a new season. If she choose me, don't let that girl be the reason for you to get upset and get a pet. Because girls I met, they ain't trustworthy yet. Yeah, Phil was dropping it way back then. Phil was probably like 19, if that. Got a girl, but she's craving a new season. If she choose me, don't let that hoe be the reason for you to get upset, get a pet. Because girls I met, they ain't trustworthy yet. And I bet you didn't know. Fucking your best friend, take it from me. They make your business a mess, man. They make you do things you ain't supposed to. Like sticking your homies. You know them brothers you close to? To talk for this, have game to share, or money to tear. It ain't fair to get girls out their underwear. Right there, we talk about double entendres. That's one right there. It ain't fair to get girls out their underwear. You get it? Affair? You know what I mean? Like cheating affair? You know what I mean? To get girls out their underwear. Or a fair, money, to get girls out their underwear. So anyway, that's a little something he said. I spit more game than the Mac, because on the real rich town is where the pimps kick back. So it's not no shout. It's not no down in Oakland, because everybody know that's where the Mac was filmed at, down the street in Oakland, right? He said I spit more game than the Mac, because on the real rich town is where the pimps kick back. You get what I'm saying? And then he goes on and say, so players play you, especially when they're bent. Bent meaning drunk or smoking or whatever, you know what I mean? Or even broke, they, bent out of shape, you know what I mean? But don't try to play me, because I'm not an instrument. Cold line then, a cold line now. But players play me, especially when you're bent. But don't play me out of pocket, I'm not an instrument. I blow like a harmony, no need informing me. My chopper's fully turned and I squeeze it like Charmin, see? More like a harmony, no need informing me. My chopper's fully turned, meaning it's no longer semi-automatic no more. It's a fully automatic now. And I squeeze it like Charmin, see? That's one of my lines right there. I go through more stinky stuff. That word. I go through more manure than a farmer. You know, farmers have to deal with cow manure and everything else. He said, I've gone through more manure than a farmer. So when I grab the mic, I'm angry, meaning I start to harm a player hater. Oh, this is the part. I pick a punk to harm. Whether he's in black, a brother in all black trying to attack, or a blue uniform, the police. You get what I'm saying? If you Google up, you know what I'm saying, you see he was not just jawsing when he said that. He meant what he said when he said what he said. You know what I mean? And you know, he's one of the first people who had lyrics used against him in court. I'm giving it away a little bit, but I'm just saying, please, just Google the episode of 50 Phil on America's Most Wanted. You're doing an injustice by not watching it. Maybe I'll add it to the end of this. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's going to make a video longer or whatnot. But nah, you could do your own homework. It's America's Most Wanted. Remember the TV show? This guy was on there. Check it out. Let's go. To talk for this, I gain this shit. Money to death. It ain't a fair to get girls out their underwear.
I spit more game than Mac. Cause on the real rich town is where the pimps kick back. So players play me, especially when you're big. But don't play me out of pocket.
I'm not an instrument.
I go like a harmony. No need in farming me. My chopper's fully turned and I squeeze it like Shaughnessy. I go through more shit than a farmer. So when I grab a mic, I'm angry. I mean it, I'm a farmer. Like a hater, I pick a pump to form. Whether he's in black or blue uniform, he gets fucked. Even if I'm handcuffed, he gets rough and tough. I'm still talking stuff. Yeah, take me to your room, pump, interrogate. Is it because I'm black and getting rich while you hate me? Now you wanna fight, but I ain't dumb.
Remember I said the blue uniform? He said, even if I'm handcuffed, he gets rough. Even if I'm handcuffed. They could take me to the headquarters, basically. I'm still talking stuff. Yeah, take me to the room, punk, and interrogate me. Is it because I'm black and getting rich while you hate me? This is why he had that Ice Cube, and Ice Cube had that pent-up anger in him, too, where he would talk crazy to the police. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, Phil was spitting back then, and I think he's still rapping now. He's just not on the gangster tip no more. But he truly did have a way with words. That was his mama words. When she was talking about how his music was and everything else on America's Most Wanted, he truly did have a way with words. He was cold gangster. Well, give me a court date. I don't know what we was thinking about back then. We used to get court dates and didn't even think about going to court. Man, I'm not going to court. They messed up and they let me out. And then we wonder. It'd be the worst times to get pulled over. Man, got a warrant. Man, and don't be dirty. Oh, don't have no pistol or no work. Like, oh, my God. And it seemed like we would get pulled over and arrested at the very wrong times. 3 different times, we was kids having birthday parties, and I got stopped and had a warrant. You get what I'm saying? Didn't get to celebrate my kid's birthday on 3 different occasions. That happened. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. Then another time, yeah, I'm going to leave it alone. But, yeah, warrants for stupid stuff, too. Just, we wasn't going to court. For what? That's just how we thought back then, back in them days. So that's what he said. Give me a court date. I ain't showing up because I'm a criminal. That's what he said. The worst player haters are the ones that know. It flows, it flows. It feels good, don't it? He says some perpetrate like they Big Eddie. They try to pop it on the chick, but she heard it already. Try to high side, saying they got this, that, and everything else. How did Forte say it? A lot of punks put salt in the game to the point where these women think they running the game or whatever. And if you said no, that's Drake said that. No, Forte said that, and Drake said it again. He bit it. But anyway, yeah, that's what he's talking about. You get what I'm saying? If that was like a "they not like us" line right there. You get what I'm saying? That's a "they not like us" line. I didn't even mean to line it up like that. When I talked about Drake, and then he just said fakes don't make it. That's all Kendrick is saying. They not like us. Y'all can only feel this. Game is no. I gotta say it before he said, because you'll miss it if you didn't hear what he's gonna say. This right here is one of the best lines ever said. This right here is ranked up there with Cube saying, busting caps in the mix. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. This is up there with uh, probably trying to strike a chord. It's probably A minor. This is I'm just trying to think of some of the classic lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Tupac said, "Hell have no fury like a woman scorned. A cemetery full of young brothers." He said MFers, but I'm saying young brothers, not knowing. These are lifetime bars right here. That if you get it, you grasp the concept of what they said. This could save you from so much. This could save you from so much pain, so much ridicule. Just save you. Period. Cube said, "I'd rather be judged." Back in the days, we really felt like that. In other words, I'd rather be caught with my gun than without it, because I'd rather be judged by 12, meaning 12 jurors, than carried by 6, meaning pallbearers. Tupac talked about how women be mad and everything else. Hell have no fury like a woman scorned. A cemetery full of MFers, not knowing. You know what I mean? This girl be mad or whatever and put you in a cross. You know what I'm saying? She say she ain't messing with no more, but she got his nose wide open. You know what I mean? He ready to kill over her and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Juvie said it too. Brothers don't play no game no more. Brother will bust your head if you bang his girl. You know what I'm saying? Bars. These are survival bars though. So what he said right here is, game is to be sold, not told, but it's my treat. You know what I mean? I ain't supposed to say this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm finna say it anyway though. This is on me. You know what I mean? I'm going to kick game to each and every street. And then he said, the brothers want a war and stuff, but I figure if you're funking, how you going to get money to get bigger? Now, handling your business is a different story, but brothers killing brothers for the mere glory. Let me help you to understand why it's so important. First of all, look at the streets today. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these cats ain't making no money. You know how I know, especially in the early 2000s and whatnot, you know how I know they weren't making a lot of money? Because if you making money like that, you ain't got time to run around and shoot the ops, because you busy getting your money. You get what I'm saying? It became self-evident in the last 5 or 6, 7 years, though. You know why? Actually, his last 10 to 15 years. It became evident because out here, we was in a state of emergency. Right? In the Bay Area, we was in a state of emergency. So many shootings and stuff was going on that they declared it a state of emergency. Oakland had a lot of murders. Richmond had a lot of murders going on and stuff like that, right? So if they was getting money like they should have been, they wouldn't have time to be running around shooting at one another. And then it becomes evident because now they don't hustle on the streets no more. Now they want to break into your cars and hit licks like that. You know what I mean? That's how you know that they really ain't getting a whole lot of money, because they can't got time to go on the streets and everything. They ain't getting money. So if they didn't heard this line a long time ago, y'all want to war and stuff, but I figure if you're funking, meaning beefing, you know what I'm saying, if you got static with another crew, you understand, how are you going to get money to get bigger? Because you can't even stand out post up on your block because you're worried about the bullets coming through, come flying at you. You know what I'm saying? He said, but if you handle your business, that's a different story. But nowadays, y'all killing brothers for the mere glory. You get what I'm saying? Game is to be sold, not told, but it's my treat. I'm going to kick game to each and every street. Brothers want to war and stuff, but I figure if you're funking, how you going to get money to get bigger? Now, if you're handling your business, that's a different story. But you suckers is out here killing each other for the mere glory. Social media glory. Bragging to a female glory. You know what I'm saying? Just to say to another dude that, man, I knocked his dome off with this 9. Glory. I've been in here for 20 years and I'll be here for the rest of my life. Glory. I was real in the streets. Glory. The king of the city. Glory. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna purpose say that I did this and that and everything else because I come from a different era where you didn't talk about what you did. You know what I mean? And uh, even Richie Rich was saying and stuff like that. They talk about putting ski mask on and doing the work. You get what I'm saying? Because they didn't want people to know who they was that did it. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like this. You know what I mean? If I'm in a situation where somebody want to get at me about something or whatever, you know what I mean? Even if it's a bunch of people around, you know what I'm saying? You can say what you want to say, do what you just don't do nothing to me. You get what I'm saying? In that case, it's on. You know what I mean? But I could look like a sucker and everything else. You could call me a punk and all that. But guess what? You could call me tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I always believe like this, though. I'm just going to just keep it real. I always believe like this. If 2 days from now, he's no more, you know what I mean? I don't know nothing. I ain't going to know nothing. You know what I mean? He's just no more. You know what I mean? Handling your business is a different story. You know what I mean? Like how 40 said, will a scared man live to tell how a brave man died? And then oftentimes, if he don't say nothing, if he don't tell it himself, he don't want nobody to know. Anyway, it's a different era, different times. Let's get back to the rhyme.
Haters are the ones that know they got something special in your blood flow.
It flows, it flows, it flows.
And they want it.
To the brothers who got it, it feels good, don't it? Some perpetrating like they big Eddie, try to pop it on them, but she heard it already. Fakes don't make it in this game of realness. So players pump this, y'all can only feel this.
It was to be sold, not told, but it's my treat. I will kick games to each and every street. Niggas wanna war and shit, but I figure if you fucking how you gon' get money to get bigger. Now handle your business is a different story. But brothers killing brothers for the mere glory. Stupid motherfucker.
You can never harm me.
I try to collect stripes, this ain't the army. Sauce drops the beats, he know.
I forgot about that part. He said, you can never harm me. Stop trying to collect stripes because this ain't the army.
Drops the beats, he knows what the minute shoot.
Then he said Sauce drops the beats. That's his producer at the time, my good brother Sauce, you know what I'm saying? And he's still working on music and everything else though, you know what I mean? Shout out to Sauce.
You can never harm me. I try to collect stripes, this ain't the army. Sauce drops the beats, he knows what the minute shoot. And I drop pimp shit in ball caps and tennis shoes. I'm for the money, two for the show, three for the players who play this, four for the ladies, five for the game, six for the niggas who name this.
He said, I drop pimp stuff in ball caps and tennis shoes. You know what I mean? No suits, no none of that here. You know what I mean? No gators here. Ball caps and tennis shoes. Man, so look, that's Filthy Phil. He's still on YouTube, Player Haters. Go check out Consequences. Matter of fact, check out the review I did at Consequences. It's Filthy Phil certified. And then Sauce, the doctor himself, took a look at it as well. And he gave me my props too for that one. So you got those two songs by Filthy. My favorite song by him is called The Dead Giveaway. You know what I mean? Before you listen to The Dead Giveaway though, you gotta go watch the AMW. Because he was on the run when he made that. The name of the EP or the album was called. It was an EP. It wasn't an album. It was 4 songs. Like this is just 4 songs, 4 classic songs though. But in order for the song to make sense, matter of fact, in order for the EP, the Manhunt, to make sense, you got to watch the America's Most Wanted movie, the clip. Get what I'm saying? So look, shout out to the Bay Area, DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. I'm gonna let the song go ahead and play on out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just man, what a time it was back then when lyrics was really, really saying something. You know what I mean? Again, Kendrick has brought it back where these cats are saying some stuff nowadays. We older now, we growner now, we more mature now, and that's what hip hop is supposed to do, right? That's what any individual, any human ought to be wanting to do. Learn to progress, grow up, get older, get better, get wiser, and share knowledge, share information with others. Matter of fact, share this video with others. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I am DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. I will go back to my logo, but I'm not going to do it because I'm going to let this song go ahead and play out. Matter of fact, I know you want to hear it again, so I'm going to let this last verse roll, and the song's going to go ahead and play all the way on out. He's going to give a shout out to people. I don't know if they're still living or not, you know what I mean? But as a matter of fact, if we look at this right here, the way the cover looks, this is Phil right here. That's Phil, you know what I'm saying? That look like my boy Rio, you know what I'm saying? And they all from an area in my neighborhood. It was called Kennedy Manor back then. Now we call it Now they call it, excuse me, Monterey Pines, but you ain't gonna catch somebody in Richmond call it Monterey Pines. It's still Kennedy Manor. It's around the corner from the best high school in the district, the city of Richmond. John F. Kennedy High School, the same school that I graduated from. So this is DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. I'm rolling out. I'm just gonna take it back a little bit further and then let it roll out as well. This has been Flow Improve. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
Niggas wanna want shit, but I figure it flows, and they won't back up. The worst player haters are the ones that know they got something special in your blood flow. It flows, and they won't. To the niggas who got it, it feels good, don't it? Some perpetrate like they Big Eddie, try to pop it on a bitch, what's he heard already? Fakes don't make it in this game.
Realness.
The players pump this, y'all can only feel this. Ignorance to be sold, not told, but it's my treat. I'ma kick game to each and every street. Niggas wanna war shit, but I figure if you fucking how you gonna get money to get bigger. Now handle your business, that's a different story. The brothers killing brothers for the mid-glory. Stupid motherfucker, you can never harm me. I'm trying to collect strikes, this ain't the army. Sauce off the beats, he knows what the minute shoot. And I drop pimp shit in ball caps and tennis shoes. One for the money, two for the show, three for the money, so play this. Four for the ladies, five for the game, six for the niggas who lame. We don't stop. Fifty feel in the house, you don't stop. Just sauce in the house, you don't stop. MG in the house, you don't stop. Oh, real in the house, you don't stop. Shine in the house, you don't stop. To the niggas in the rich, you don't quit. Keep popping the real shit. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I dedicate this to my niggas in the hill.
The Manor. Rio, mention it.
All my niggas in the rich might be players, man. Niggas is player haters out here, man. And they gotta get their ass straight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's 4 and 5 in the club, keep popping that real shit though.
Come on, Richie and 415. You know the rules of the game. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta give a shout out to Sauce too for using that beat. Johnny Guitar, real mother for you. Yeah, that was one right there. He added them drums to it and made it a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out Sauce, man. Shout out to Sauce. Sauce, get back at me, man. Let me know how you like this one. You gave me the props on the last one. Let me know.